Hi, this is Chaneta. And do you like my hat? It says NYC. I lived in New York for many years. New York City, so pretty. They named it twice. Of course, it's many, many years ago. What difference right now? I went there last year and this wasn't quite the same. Actually, I love Houston better. I never thought I would love any place better than New York, New York. But anyway, so I'm here today in Katy, Texas, and this is really a short video connecting to my fellow beings and to just talk about this and that. So you will hear a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's to remind you how powerful we are, to remind you that we are co-creators with the universe. A drop of water in the ocean has the same portion as the ocean, the same ingredients as the ocean, but of course it's not as powerful as the ocean because the universe, God, controls everything. We as individuals co-create our individual lives with God. But a lot of it depends on your thinking process. What you're thinking, how you're thinking, what you're thinking about, where is your attention, where is your focus. All those things are very powerful. And for the average person, me included for many, many years, and now I'm still on a mission, our programming is so embedded in our DNA, it takes a lot of awakefulness. Like my book says, Awake, Aware, and Conscious, to be present in the moment where you can control your inner conversations, which is like thinking, but it's inner conversations, but it's same as thinking, the power of the spoken word, and you speak your life into existence. And that also applies by your inner conversations to yourself. And now, if you're not mindful, you know how it is. Sometimes we're sitting down and we're thinking about a particular subject, person, or thing, and all of a sudden, our mind wanders off somewhere else. You all of a sudden are thinking of a tree, has nothing to do with what you were focused on, or you think of what's happening in the world today, or you think of what somebody did to you 10,000 years ago, which you've never forgotten and never forgiven. You think of nonsense. And sometimes you're not even aware of what you're thinking because your mind is picking up all these different visitors to your mind, the chit-chat of the outer world, which is non-empowering, and it's purposely non-empowering because it's controlled by predominant fear, false evidence appearing real, but fear is very powerful. It controls. If I make you fearful of something, I control you easily, and that's exactly how we're manipulated in the outside world. So I wrote a book, one of my new books. I have 3 new books and the 4th one coming up. But the book I'm going to just talk about, 2 or 3 minutes, is called Control Your Inner Conversations. Control your inner conversations, because it's the same as the power of the spoken word. Instead of speaking it that people can hear, you're speaking within and to yourself, which is powerful as well. So once you become more mindful, make every effort to live in the present, which is not the easiest thing in the world, when everything and so many things are vying for our attention, and especially now that we have social media and the internet. There's so many things vying for our attention. So we have to be very mindful, very careful, our desire for something has to be so strong that we pull ourselves back from the nonsense of the world and focus on what it is we want, because we know where attention goes, energy flows. And we've heard that a lot, and it is a fact. So remind us to, first thing in the morning, not pick up our smartphones and read all the horrible things that's going on in the world, in your neighborhood, down the street, next door, the other country, whatever. Predominant, if you scroll down to Google, scroll down anything social media, and I shouldn't say anything because there are some positive things in the world today, it certainly are, but a lot of it predominantly is negative. So then your energy first thing in the morning, when you get up and have a window to start your day by saying, I intend this day to be powerful, I intend to focus on this, I intend to be happy, I intend to have a peaceful day, I intend to focus on what it is I want and not what I don't want. But when you start listening or reading the negative news, your energy starts dropping, and you become more susceptible to having all the negative filters get into your mind. And then the last thing at night, I've seen people who have news on before they go to sleep. And some people I know sleep with the news on. So it's getting to your subconscious mind. I mean, of course, they have good things in the world. There's nothing always bad and always good. But nowadays, it seems to be predominantly on the dark side, so to speak. My book, Control Your Inner Conversations, absolutely awesome, and it's something that will inspire you and help you to stay in your lane, the lane of where you want to go, where you want to be, and help you a lot. So we'll be doing more videos on controlling inner conversations, giving you a few pointers on how to stay there. And also, it's important to surround yourself with positive, like-minded people. I'm so blessed to have people in my life, my sister, my friends and stuff, that when I go off the deep end, this is what I called it, when I start thinking what I shouldn't think, or talking about things I shouldn't talk, or saying negative things to myself, they always come and say, did you hear yourself, Chaneta? And as much as I've been doing this, I said, oh my goodness, automatically I went on, automatic. My subconscious mind took over from my deep programming from the time I was born, and it starts with all the negative nonsense I have to pull myself back from and says, no, that is not your story. You're writing a different story. You're sticking with your different story. And the wonderful part about all this that's encouraging, when I do that and stay in the moment more, become more mindful, my manifestations happen. But when my attention is scattered all over the place, like a lot of us have scattered attention, then we wonder why we're not getting our manifestations. Am I right or am I right? So, control your inner conversations. Know that you are the co-creator of your life. Surround yourself with like-minded, positive people who have the best interest for you as you for them, and see your life changing positively in the right direction. So over and out. It's very hot today in Houston, and the sweat is beginning to drop. So let me let go in a cool place. Thank God for the person who invented air conditioning. I thank that person all the time. So be blessed, be prosperous, live with passion. Go to my YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting me there, and click on my videos. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your support, and check out my books on Amazon.com. I have about 5 or 6 books, and they're powerful and inspirational. Create the life you want, because you do have a choice of creating your life that you want, and stay in the lane of what you want to manifest, and I see it for you. Bye for now, Chaneta.